Welcome back, Pisces, to the Existential Shift. Very grateful to have you here. Let's get into this, huh? Because, December is already here. And we want to know what's up. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Intuitively guided. Other placements. If you feel this speaks to you, then it's yours. If not, not. Also, it's not just a matter of resonance, ladies and gentlemen. It's a matter of being triggered. If you're super connected to the reading, or if you're super triggered by this reading, yeah. But sometimes it's enough to just have one phrase or sentence to hit us home. So, be discerning and decide for yourself. Okay, dear Tarot, Spirit, Energies, God, Universe, Angels, however you want to call them. What is a name? I'm going to slaughter the quote, but is a rose not a rose and a different name? Shakespeare. I slaughtered the quote, but you get the picture, you get the point. You are who you are, however they name you, Pisces, or however you define yourself. Lucid ethers shouldn't have to feel like it has to define itself. It's okay if you want to be versatile. It's okay if you want to change. It's okay if you want to be this today and that tomorrow. As long as you are anchored to your electric spark of the heart. I made a video about this. It's on my 13th Element playlist. It's where your soul lies. It's your core essence that isn't defined by 3D definitions. You are not a dictionary. Now, you should play the game of having a definition today and maybe the same or maybe a different definition tomorrow, because that's how we walk in society, and that's how we play the game of this matrix or this 3D reality, or however you want to refer to it. Don Juan and the teachings of Don Juan refer to it as the tonal. What we see, what we perceive. But as long as you know that you're playing the game and you are having fun with it and not forcing yourself to feel like you have to do it or else you're abnormal, and that's great. You are normal in your abnormality, Pisces. You are gorgeous. You are magic. If they resent you for it, it's because they fear what they don't understand. They don't understand what they can't grasp. Take it as a compliment. Find the tribe of seekers that gets you, that accepts you. Nine of Cups, and this is your energy that you're sitting beautifully in. If you've been around for a while, you may have heard me quote, "The psychotic drowns in the same waters in which the mystique swims with delight." Joseph Campbell. And Pisces, you have that range. You can be the psychotic that drowns in the waters, that a different Pisces would be the mystique that swims in the same waters with delight. Here I am tapping to the mystique in you that swims in delight. What a delightful sight. When you accept yourself, ooh, the Eight of Pentacles in the reverse. When you accept yourself, the world accepts you. When you are truly who you are, when you're in the vortex, as Abraham Hicks likes to refer to it, then you find yourself in the right places for you, with the right people for you. It no longer is hard work. This is not really your energy, Pisces. in the dictionary, ironically enough, of the Piscean seeker, right? I mean, it is in you. It's the Virgo-esque energy of working hard on the details, but right now we're having it in the reverse. So maybe it's not the time to tap into it. Maybe now is the time to tap into what is it that you desire? What is it that you wish? What is it that makes you fly? What inspires you, Pisces? For those of you who are in the shadow aspect of this reading, in the devolved aspect of this reading, you might be in a place that refuses to work hard and put in the effort, and you just want to get things happen to you the way you want them happen to you. You might be observed in your sense of self that maybe it's a little bit selfish, but I feel like it's a double-edged sword when it comes to the message that I'm giving you, because I kind of like it and I kind of don't at the same way. I don't, because if it comes from a place within you that isn't tapped, then it's narcissistic. But if it comes from a place within you that is tapped, then it's inspiring. You tell me where you're at. 10 of Wands. I'm going to choose to swim here in the delightful waters of those of you who are tapped and tell you that maybe it's time to stop pretending to be an energy that you're not. You don't have to work so hard and so difficult and things that don't inspire you just to feel like you're a part of society. There is a stream of existence where you do what the F you want and feel great and live in abundance. It is possible. If you are a swan that grew up with ducks, no shade on ducks, this is just for the analogy, but maybe you were taught by your environment that you have to work hard to play hard and everything has to be so tough. And you felt bad for believing that you can have it all by being a poet. Time to unlearn all that. And go, go back a little bit to your Peter Pan energy, Pisces. It's funny because I did do a 13th element about, free Peter Pan. And I'm kind of shading the aspect of being a Peter Pan. Not today. Not in this message. Because Peter Pan wasn't only his shadow. Peter Pan was also Peter Pan. A kid that could fly and created a world for children that had no room and no place. How do you create a world for children that have no room and no place? By first being a child that had no room and no place. So you damn know the feeling and you damn know what they need. You can only start building a world like that when you stop pretending to try and build a world that you don't really care much about other than what people will approve. And it's not about social conformity even. It's about being loved. You want them to approve not because of ego or status. You want them to approve because you love them and you want them to love you. I get that, Pisces. But better to be hated for who you are than loved for who you are not. You won't be hated. You'll find your tribe. Hold on. 7 of Cups. Dreams do come true. The Pisces in me is roaring with joy right now with this reading. I'm a Pisces midheaven, and in Vedic, not in Tropic, but in Vedic, my Mercury and my Venus are in Pisces. Your energy makes me feel like magic. Thank you. What is it that you want to do, Pisces? December, now's the time. It's hard for you, maybe, to decipher or to decide because you're so focused on the things that you don't want to do. A great step to discovery of what it is that you want for sure is by discovering what you don't want. Say no. If it doesn't click, if it doesn't hit home, if it doesn't trigger the electric spark of the heart, say no. Or say yes. What do you want? With no pretense. What? Oh, you want a break. You want a vacation. You want to chill. You want to lay on the beach. On the beach. Sorry. Do it. I'm getting that you guys need a reset. Another beautiful 9. 9 of Pentacles. Gorgeous. 9 of Cups to begin the row. 9 of Pentacles to end the row. You might be inspired by an energy that is living its best life. Someone around you that you know. That is just doing what they want the way they want, and they're good at it and they prosper with it. And that sets a good example for you. That's great. If you know someone like that, seek for their advice. You might encounter someone like that. Whoa. 7 of Swords, 8 of Swords, Queen of Wands. There has to be some drama. I mean, what is a teroscope without a little bit of drama, right? Some of you feel like you need to apologize for wanting to have fun. And I'm getting that some of you are really tired of constantly being watched and having to give explanations. Now keep in mind, Pisces, generally all the readings, this could be you, this could be someone you're dealing with, or someone around you. So if you feel like, oh, that isn't me, but it sure damn sounds like my person or my friend or whatever, you can reverse the roles. You can be anyone in this story. But someone here wants to let go, let loose, and have some fun. And if they won't be able to, if they'll feel judged by it, they'll just do it. They'll just do it. 10 of Cups. Two 10s, 2 9s. A lot of signs are getting multiple 10s and multiple 9s. It's massive completions. Endings of cycles, making room to begin new cycles. We're on that bridge. Watch Capricorn, maybe. I should have named the Capricorn reading Tightrope. I didn't. But I named it something also proper. I am the boss of me. I want you to take a look at this, just to enjoy the cards. So, 6, 7, 8 of Swords. Yum. Not so much, but okay. There's also a side narrative here of someone trying to help out an individual in their either family or close group that is going through a little bit of difficulty. I'm getting a technical difficulty. And they're kind of trying to figure out, maybe it's you, maybe it's someone doing it for you. You can be this Queen of Wands, you can be this 8 of Swords, right? Someone trying to help out this energy free itself from something that is very shackling. It might involve some sort of travel, an invitation, come to spend the holidays with us. You know, this is the holiday season. So maybe you're getting an invitation. Possibly this character could be the same person. This could be a very inspiring feminine in your life to spend the holiday, be a part of something, and maybe this is you having someone over. Two 7s as well, I'm just noticing. And okay. 2 7s, 2 8s, 2 9s, 2 10s, 1 6. This is, so at least we know we're synced, Pisces, at least you know you're on the right track. You're starting to be on the flow, in the vortex, right? You're starting to listen. You no longer are into, hearing it in the shout. You want to hear it in the whisper. So your eyes are open. I'm sorry, your eyes are open and your ears are open as well. And as I mistakenly said, eyes are open, I took note of the Eight of Swords and her having her eyes, blindfolded. I think a lot of you are opening your eyes to your own fog that was surrounding you. Some of you for the last decade. And tapping into an energy that is way more in her or his confident, liberation, self-liberation of expression, and manages to see things for what they are. Because Pisces, and this is very relevant to you, although it can be relevant to anyone, but most especially to people who carry a strong Piscean energy. There's the cosmos in you, right? You are the cosmos. You see the purity, you see the molecules and the dark matter of the whatever it is that you're facing. You see the purest expression of the individual, of the situation. So oftentimes it puts you in a space that sees someone's beautiful soul, right? Which is beautiful and great and inspiring, but then you kind of skip the complex characteristic aspects of them that can be not so beautiful and sometimes manipulative and sometimes deceiving and sometimes selfish and not very reliable. You only see into their pure inner child and soul. So you give them your all. And maybe you had to develop a little bit of a thicker skin and a little bit of manipulative energy within yourself to be able to tap into and actually see that within others. And when I say tapping into a manipulative energy, it's not like in a negative sense. It's more in like to decipher things from the air element, from the logical element, and not immediately see things and perceive things solely from the watery, ethereal aspect of things. How does the mind perceive this person, not just how the heart perceives this person? Because the mind may have been blocked for a little by watery emotions that tapped into other people's beauty but didn't process, didn't analyze fully their actual behavior, their mechanism. And you got hurt so many times. So you're like, am I a numbnut? Am I not as intuitive as I think I am? You are more intuitive than you think you are. You only see the deepest underlayers of the human being. You completely skip the psychological, mechanical character aspect of the human. So you're right, but unfortunately you're not two cosmic creatures dancing in the ethers. You are two human beings, interacting in this physical reality. So you experience their character and their actions and their decision making. So you get hurt time and time again. Not because you're not seeing, but because you're overseeing, right? And as you begin to analyze people's actions and not just feel their soul, you are able to be more clear with who do you give, who do you not give. Who is this person like and who is this person like? And that allows you to focus on things that make you happy in the 3D. And be with people who reciprocate this flow and this energy. Because their mechanism is also benevolent. Their character is is also strong and positive. Once you do that, Pisces, or anyone who's watching who connects to this, because I'm a Taurus, right? But I can super relate to what it is that I'm saying right now. And there I am listening to my own advice. I'm like, oh, yeah. This will literally can shift your life. Just realizing this. And you're so worthy, Pisces, of loving also the characters of people around you, not just their soul, because that will honestly make things easier on you. It will allow you to have people in your life who actually give a shit and actually do. They don't just say that they care about you. They don't just vibrate the frequency of caring about you, because that's their soul that loves you, that you're tapping into. It's not necessarily the person, right? They actually do, in reality, care about you and are willing to do the actions and to show you. And that's what you need right now, Pisces. I'm deliberately saying need and not want, because we all need that. Yes, you are a starseed, but you are a starseed that is on planet Earth right now. And when in Rome, if you want people to get you, you need to speak Italian. Not alien, right? If you want them to communicate back to you, then you need to understand Italian. Well, that's if you're in Rome. Tuscany, even better. Ah, Florence, Firenze. God, I need to visit there. Couple more cards, 2-3 more cards to finalize the message. Anything else I can see for Pisces for December? Now I will finish up with messages from the animal spirit, and they give lovely magical insight. And then I will continue this reading on Vimeo as an extended to focus on your love life. And I will also finish up there with runes. I will finish up here with animal spirit, and over there we'll finish with the Celtic runes. And in the description box, you can also find a way to book a private reading with me. You can find my online tarot masterclass. Oh man. Wow. Ace of Swords. The truth cuts through the flesh and you love it. Good stuff. I'll just finish up my thought. I think you can also, in the description box, have a link to Instagram. Or you just look up the Existential Shift. Anyway, fun stuff over there in the description. Back to your reading. You're getting Ace of Swords after the 10 of Cups, when we were all engulfed in the 6, 7, and 8 of Swords. Pisces, that's fantastic. This is a rebirth of the mind. It's exactly what I was talking about. You're tapping into a very sharp analytical aspect in you that you're going to so love and have fun with. You're going to start seeing things with so much clarity this month. Maybe a vacation will give you the clarity that you needed. Could be that. Maybe spending time with loved ones, people who you love and appreciate, whom love and appreciate you, will give you this clean slate, reset of the mind. But this shows us that we're on the right track, Pisces. It's a go. It's a confirmation from the universe. Ace of Swords is one hell of a yes from the universe. It's a cosmic bump. One or two more. 8 of Cups, third 8 on the table. And that helps you leave behind all of the BS. Everything that was only soul connection, but not heart, body, mind connection that we need as well. And this is not a detachment or letting go of your intuitive purity. It's just giving it a little bit of a break to strengthen your analytics, your clarity. And once that strengthens, right, like the pendulum effect, you'll find the balance between the two, and then your intuition will skyrocket. But first you have to strengthen your mind. This is not intellectual strengthening. It's clarity and decipherment. That's what I'm referring to. Of course you're intelligent as hell. You've always been intelligent. It's not about that. It's about listening to it. It's about, putting aside the emotion or the spirituality or the energy aspect of your life and be sharp and clear. The mind is a dangerous master, but a wonderful servant. So we fear to be controlled by our mind, so we go solely to our heart and intuition. Great, but we're forgetting it's also a wonderful servant, and it's there for a reason. It's the engine of the car. Yeah, the driver is more important, but hey, you need an engine. You're tending to it. Whatever it is you're beginning the month with, finally knowing what it is you want and what makes you happy, by the end of the month, you're very clear about what it is you need to leave behind in order to have this, right? 8 of Cups comes before the 9 of Cups. So you're circling a little bit back to be like, okay, this is what I want. This is what I love. This is what I desire. Oh, but I'm handling all this and this gunk that is in the way. Okay, so this is what I need to let go of. It's a little bit hard for me because I'm stuck in it and I'm emotionally attached to it, but I can do it because I got a taste and a glimpse of what I can have once I do. Okay, it's worth it. Let's let go and move forward. Have the adventure. Communicate only with those who are relevant. Better one growing plant that has room in the pot than 10 seeds that overpower each other because the pot doesn't have enough room for them to grow. Choose that one want, that one desire, that one logical career path, person to focus on, because it not only feels right, it doesn't only spark your passion, but it also makes sense. And it flows and it's easygoing, and it's not too much of a hard hassle. It actually just clicks. Okay? Great. Animal spirit. Animal spirit for my Pisces for December. All right. Beaver. One more. Hyena. Okay. All right. All right. Let's rearrange, and then I'll give you the message from the beaver and the hyena. So I have, this is unbelievable, 2 7s. Okay. We have 2 8s, 2 9s, 2 10s. Oh, actually 3 8. My apologies. Now that you're looking at it, isn't it like cray cray? It's pretty cool. Like literally your entire reading, other than the ace and the 6, which is still, because ace could be 10, right? 1 1 1, and 6 is chronologically before 7. So it's like all of it is just so synced, Pisces. This is amazing. Amazeballs. Why am I talking like a kid? Cray cray, amazeballs. All right. I just want you to look at this as I'm doing this, just to see the synchronicity. Okay. Guys, as you are doing this, the siping and focusing and not seeing only the pure soul of someone and also just their character, that person or those people are not going to like it, because they had it quite good when you saw only the beauty in them and treated them like they're a saint. Right? They had it great. You worked so hard for them. You were like a loyal beaver. And they enjoyed your energy and gave nothing in return. And they will try to convince you that what you're realizing, you're not actually realizing. No, it must be a mistake. How can you go from loving me so much to not loving me suddenly? What is wrong with you? Much gaslighting involved. Don't let anybody gaslight you. I repeat, don't let anybody gaslight you or guilt trip you. I think some of you will recognize, but some of you, it will be hard for you because you will fall a little bit into the trap. So maybe this reading is something you can use to help you. There is someone that you are more knowledgeable of. You're more knowledgeable than them. You're more energetic than them. You're more interesting than them. And yet, they pretend to be more than you, so psychologically they make you feel like they're smarter than you, or they know better than you, or they're better than you. And it's like not even close. You might be waking up to realizing something about someone that you're like, how did I not see into this person? How could I have been so blind? Not all of you, but some of you for sure. And it might trigger you looking back into past connections and relationships and interaction. Be like, I didn't see through that person as well. I didn't see through that person as well. Once again, it's not that you didn't see through them. You oversaw through very deep, extremely deep. You're like an MRI. But the MRI see through the bones and skips the flesh, right? So maybe the bone is healthy and great, but there's something happening in the blood vessels or something that you skipped. That might be, for those of you who are seeing a doctor and is sending you to be tested, make sure that they're sending you to be tested not just for an MRI, which is like the deepest aspect, but also the obvious that isn't obvious because it's obvious, aka blood tests. To not overcomplicate it, like to actually test the blood vessels and the main organs, because you can have a skin condition that actually has nothing to do with your skin, but has to do with, let's say, a weak spleen or an overworked liver that needs detoxifying, right? That's just on a side note. Yeah, and insist, and a doctor say, hey, I think I need to send you this and this, and then ask, well, what about this? It's okay to say I read online. If they disrespect you for that, it just tells me that they probably graduated more than 10, 20 years ago and they're not keeping track with new information. Don't let someone's ego cost you your health. Have a second opinion. There's plenty of beautiful professional docs out there. Have a second opinion if you're not sure. I have to do this as well. I can't. I keep trying to shorten my readings, but it's just a waste of time to try to save time because it's 7, 8, 9, 10 of Cups. When you tap into your 10 of Swords, guys, once you tap, I'm sorry, oh, 10 of Swords, okay, letting go of things, great. When you tap into your Ace of Swords, this is what's going to be. What an amazing closure and fruition of matters of the heart. It's also a way of looking at it. 6, 7, 8 of Swords, 8, 9 of Pentacles, 7, 8, 9, 10 of Cups. Anyway, don't let this person gaslight you. Once you tap into what you understand, trust it, and don't be tempted to give again to someone who only takes. I love you guys very much. Subscribe to the tribe if you haven't yet. Feel free to press the bell button next to it to get a notification that my video is up. I'll see you in a sec in the extended.